Today is supposed to be the last day of my maternity leave. Audrey here is 12 weeks old, which means that the maternity leave that's allowed for by the government, or I guess protected by the US government, is up. Means that I should be going back to work today or tomorrow, and instead, thankfully, I work for a company that allows me to take up to 6 months off. So, while that sounds great, it's unreasonable for me or our family right now to take 6 months unpaid off of work. I have been truly blessed. I was able to cover the last 12 weeks off with cashing in my vacation time, my sick leave, and some friends and coworkers donating sick leave to cover the last 12 weeks. But that's no longer an option. So it means that I've got to figure out how to, I've either got to go back to work, either part-time or full-time, or do without money if I wanted to stay out for the full 6 months. I am taking another month off, which will be really nice. But I will also be working from home part-time, try to cover some hours and make a little bit of money, and definitely cover our insurance premium, because with 2 kids you've got to be covered there. So yeah, I guess we're celebrating 12 weeks with a nice walk through nature. Does a mommy good to get out of the house. Anyone who's been on maternity leave knows that. My first maternity leave, I had so many plans. I was going to be out for 6 weeks, and I was going to learn how to play piano, and I was going to clean and organize the house, and I don't even remember. Plan a wedding. I had all these grand ideas. I had 6 weeks, and I was going to do so much. And then, of course, Ella was born, and I discovered that maternity leave is not a vacation. Maternity leave is taking care of a human being and keeping that human being alive, even though that human being cannot communicate its wants, desires, needs. There's a learning curve those 6 weeks, and I got very little accomplished, and some would say our wedding suffered for that. But it may have been a bit of a mess, but it was our mess, and at the end of the day, Patty and I were happy with it. So no complaints there, or regrets. So this time, when I planned my maternity leave, I was like, oh yeah, we'll just plan on keeping it simple, taking care of the baby, take the 12 weeks, learn how to take care of the baby, and juggle a life as 4. And then by then I was hoping I'd be ready to step back into my work role and work from home while still taking care of the baby. Hoping Ella will move up to the next class in daycare, which would save us a little bit of money before we enrolled Audrey in daycare, which anyone who's paid for daycare for an infant knows it's expensive. Really expensive. So, that's still the game plan. I talked to my boss yesterday, and it's hard to think that there's only a month left before I have to go back and send this one to daycare. I'm not ready for it. But, gotta do what you gotta do to support your family, right?